How shallow can we go? How much draft do we have in a Merry Fisher 895? Welcome back to the Rudder. My name's Damian. Welcome aboard Antoinette. We are out at the gorgeous Peel Island and it is practically low tide. You can see I'm standing up here and I just wanted to give a bit of a demonstration on just how shallow we can bring Antoinette into. We've just literally pulled up and anchored here. It is 20 minutes more till low tide. I'm going to do some filming underwater and just show you how much clearance we have. Now, at the moment, it is quite shallow. It's bouncing around between 0.2 but 0.4 is reading on our Garmin. So at this point, the engines are fully trimmed up and so we've got clearance and they are only just clearing the sand at the minute. We are still fully floating, can still move the boat around, but it is touch and go. You probably wouldn't want to be driving like this over anything but soft sand, and you probably don't even want to do that. You just, you know, scratch all the paint off your lovely Yamahas. So let's go have a look underwater and see what we've got. So you can see we're not clearing it by much. Now, just to let you know, it is 360 mils from the waterline to the bottom of our hull. So with the Garmin telling us we've only 20 centimeters clearance, which is about right. We've got the ruler in there. It is a lot lower than I expected. That tide had dropped a bit more, and I think it's the Garmin was doing a good job even recording that. So we've got 20 centimeters clearance, and the engines have even less clearance. They're a little bit deeper than the hull. So they're at 0.16. So pretty touch and go. So we're going to check it a little bit later as well. Now, one thing to really note is where your depth finder is placed on your boat. Ours is a through hull, and where is it measured from? So for us, it's measuring actually from the bottom of the boat. So when it says 0.2, there's 0.2 under the boat. So when it's 0.5, there's 0.5 under the boat. So there's a little bit of clearance, but obviously even at full trim, our motors don't clear the hull. So if you wanted to really go shallow and maybe overnight here, and you know that the hull might touch, you might have to move the bench seat forward and trim your engines right out of the way, because you really don't want them sticking in the sand. It'll just take that paint off. So we can see how the rest of the boat sits in the water. One of the cool things about this place, and we can even just go and check how our anchor is looking out over here. Now we put 10 meters of chain out, which is quite ridiculous in 0.6 or whatever we're in, 0.5, 0.4, whatever. And at the moment the anchor hasn't even bitten because we haven't really driven on it, so it's going to bite as the tide moves a little bit and fills in and pulls us a little bit further up.
A few inches later.
So you can see, even though the depth finder is reading 0.5, the actual depth is 8.8. So yeah, as I said, that's the difference in where your depth finder is set to and what the water level is. So you just need to know, is it actually at the water level or is it the hull level, and that'll give you more confidence moving into shallower areas. I hope you like that short video on just how impressive I think the Merry Fisher is for getting into those tight spaces. It allows you to explore some areas that other craft can't get into, those bedrooms which we've been to a few times, and lovely Peel Island here. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments down below, or we'll see you next time on the Rudder.